Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is more of a little bit of an update in regards to where I've been. So to be completely transparent, you can probably hear it already in my voice. I am currently out, so it's a bit more of a struggle to do much things regards to the game. So I do apologise because I do understand people do enjoy my content. People enjoy the kind of helpful tips and stuff that comes along with having the wisdom of somebody who's played the game for about 15, 18 years or so. So I completely understand. There's a bit of a disappointment potentially from obviously the viewers' end, but there's plenty of content on the channel for people to still enjoy and watch basically. Um, with being out, as you can tell, my voice is it's not the usual difficult, semi-difficult one you can understand. It is a lot worse. Basically, I got the cold, and it's a bad cold, and my throat is like razor blades. So I am going to start coughing throughout this video. So I do apologise. I will mute my mic when I can, and we'll go from there. Oh, that was not nice. So regarding obviously having this cold, I have just been playing casually. Some people have seen me in game, and I don't normally play it in multiplayer at all. I just normally do single player, but sometimes needs must, and you just need to go into multiplayer. And what I'm finding a lot more now is people is actually recognising my name, and I have to thank everyone who does it, because you'll go, oh, Mightman, the YouTuber, or something along those lines. That's word for word what happened the other day. And I'm actually quite thankful to see something like that happen. It's stupid, it's minor, but it's Dead Frontier being, it's basically been Dead Frontier famous in a sense, and it's quite fun to see, especially considering obviously I am getting recognised by people for one reason or another, good or bad. It doesn't really matter. All publicity is good publicity, I guess, but at certain points it's not. But having that kind of recognition is always appreciated. So anyone who does see me, please, if you feel the need to just say it, do say it. If you don't, then obviously no pressure. But for those who said it already, thank you very much. You made an old person feel very, very appreciated. Right, we are doing a loot run. I should have said that at the beginning of this because there's nothing much for me to do. Because I can just kind of zone out, be automatic with it. And yes, I am using the Dusk Razor because I'm still doing this mastery. Anyone doing these masteries know that they are a pain in the backside. The fact I've not done any grinding for quite a while is a bit annoying. So I'm hoping that maybe a behemoth spawns, I can go fight that and have some pleasure. Or a boss hive, that would be fun, get some of these grenades used as well. Um, so I think I could use this video to kind of just explain what's next goal for this kind of channel as well. So as many might have realised, when I first started this channel it was more of like looting, boss hunting, generic kind of videos. Then it kind of changed to doing a bit of editing stuff, some like the trailers you've seen for like the Red Harvest as well as the game itself. Um, some people I know understand that you don't like AI stuff, but I did feel as if it went well, and considering the view to like dislike ratio on said videos, I think it went really well, and views as a community react well to decent things like that. Given obviously it took me about 16 attempts per clip with AI to get it to work, I wanted it to kind of incorporate some of the lore for the Frontier trailer regarding how this kind of scenario happens. Like a lot of people didn't actually know what the city was called as well, so it felt a bit on brand to have something like that. Showing off the game mechanics, I did realise there was a bit of a glaring issue with one of the things I put in, but nobody's called me out on it, so I'll leave it as a mystery. So we've got developed ourselves from that point really to making these contents reviews and such of the seasonal stuff that comes out. People actually really enjoy them, and I understand obviously other YouTube personalities for Dead Frontier have shown up, like for example Egghead. I discuss one of my tier lists. Now, whilst I'm on the topic of tier lists, I am now understanding that my opinions are controversial. There seems to be quite a few people finding it quite cursed in that profession's tier list, and I feel as if quite a majority of people just obviously didn't watch majority of it to understand the reason and the way it was broken up, and that's absolutely fine. Obviously, each to their own. I mean, I don't have time sometimes to watch a complete video. That being said, I do quality check my own videos, so that's a completely different narrative. Oh. But yeah, stuff like that is very helpful. Like, don't get me wrong, people will take a piss out of me for doing it. People will have issues with my opinion, but ultimately the end point of it all is to have that discussion, to let people make their own opinion. Obviously, that the stuff in the tier list are my opinion. I just want people to make their own up, obviously based on what they think, and give recommendations to people who are going down the same route as myself. For example, for masteries, you want the best weapon, do it. So it just gives people a bit more of a foresight to see what's what in a sense. I do apologise, my throat is currently collapsing. I'm trying to make sure I can finish this video now. It actually feels as if I sound like a robot, so I do apologise for anyone watching this and listening. It's not been a particularly good loot run just yet, but we're going to fill this back up in the bunker, and we're not going to be worrying about it at all. Oh, here you come running in, 3, 2, 1, oh, nearly got hit there. So the next kind of discussion I want to have is the next steps of this channel. I have been reached out by a few people on Discord, and I appreciate the direct messages from the people who have. Jesus, hold on, that caught up on me. I appreciate the messages from people on Discord. Please understand that my Discord is set up to be more private and such, because it's just the way I am. I'm very to myself in that sense, so I do appreciate the suggestions and such, and obviously the feedback from people on there. One of the more things I've had asked is, can you do some sort of a guide or suggestion from like level 120 to level to endgame kind of thing, so people can get help with builds and such. And yeah, that is a plan of mine to do at some point. It's just right now our looted stuff is stupid, but because I am at the end game and the only kind of accounts I have is more early game, it is a bit more difficult to just say yes, I'll do that. Because way I'm trying to think of doing this is trying to have like a setup scenario at least, so we can go through it and push people to assist and help people get to the right direction of where they need to be, or figure out what their own goals are. Because everyone in this game has different goals. Like for me, I spent the best part of my level 250 plus stage just looting, and I was saying to myself, I will get max level when I finish my masteries kind of thing, and that obviously wasn't the case. That's not what happened, because it turned out to be a bigger ordeal, so we have to work around that. So that's kind of just one of the examples why I'm taking my time with it. So please bear with me, it is going to happen. It's just right now I need to figure out how I'm going to do that without having an account, because I'm at the end game right now. I have less motivation to go through that kind of grind again to get an account to a suitable level. So it's a bit more difficult, but I will figure it out regardless. With the other kind of content in the channel, obviously we do little runs, boss hunts. We did complete the new player guide, which did seem to have a quite good traction to it and did help a few bits of people, especially because it did have some ways, methods to make money. That obviously is quite key. Oh, you dirty little fucker! But did have some key moments in it that did help with people, say for example, Ford the Gut Stitcher from this event. So we will obviously continue with some of the guides. I think the next kind of thing I might move on to is guides for specific car builds anyway. So that'll be more aligned with the requests that I'll be getting. So there'll be my recommendations. Obviously, you need to take my recommendations with a pinch of salt because everyone plays differently. I'll leave you there because I'll put you last. And people will need to just kind of make their own minds up. Don't get me wrong, I will assist in the comments anyway. As people can see, I am quite responsive, so I will help anyone I can, even if you need to Google Translate to communicate. So far, we've actually not got a bad little run here. Nothing spectacular, just some scrap stuff. Oh, some stuff I'm going to sell on the market. It's pretty much the majority of the inventory, I think. This is going to be the best way for me to make quick money, so we'll do it. Yeah. So with the feature of Dead Frontier as well, so I had watched a video from Zega, and obviously he discussed the development roadmap and such, and the plans for the game. And at a certain point, I can obviously agree with what he says, but obviously I have my own opinions. I think a lot differently from some people in the game. It seems there's a reason why I come down here. How's that fair? Clayton, come on, please fix. Right, I'll go down and I'll arcade and I'll grab that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff with things right now as well. The main issue right now is because I'm ill, I'm not making content. So my viewership and that and such is going down, unfortunately. And that's a result of being ill. So I think what we're going to need to do is, well, I say we, it's obviously me dealing with this. I think what I need to do going forward is set up videos that can be released throughout the week. So I would ultimately be pre-recording a lot of videos, unfortunately. And when it comes to, say for example, the Christmas event, I will just have that week of just complete fresh content where I try focus on the first day, get all that stuff done. Obviously I'm not guaranteed to do that because Christmas is going to be a bit of a hectic time, but we'll see how that goes. I will try to also get content out for you guys because I know people do really enjoy these kind of videos. It's stupid, it's fun. Sometimes I do something great and you're like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, but no, seriously, I want to thank everyone who's watched these videos, who recognises my name and understands that I'm only here to be helpful and try to be nice to the community. I played this game for such a long time that this is the best way for me to give back, because you have like obviously other people who do giveaways to give back, you have other people just making content, helpful stuff that will actually give you an idea of how to use specific things and such, whereas I'm here to give knowledge, tips, tricks, entertainment, be the next champion that doesn't talk to underage children, you know, the best of everything here. But no, thank everyone who's been watching this so far. If you do watch us up to this point, let me know. Say banana in the comments or something, something stupid. Let me laugh at some suspense. I probably won't have anything like that, but you will see. But thank everyone who's watched. I hope you enjoy yourself. And when I'm better, I'll be back making content. Bye for now, guys.